Hi, I'm Dave Edwards. For more than 20 years, I've been teaching at a couple of universities, and I've watched some of my students. Many of them do very, very well. They come to class, take good notes, do well on projects and exams. But I've also seen very smart students struggle with exams and projects because they don't have a system in place to remember what we've discussed in class. Because I have a personal interest in productivity, I've talked to many students about how they keep track of what they're learning, and they've shown me their systems. And I've heard from some of my students who readily admit that they've never been taught how to develop a learning system. Can you relate to that? Well, I'm here to help. The most common thing I hear from students is that in advance of a due semester, they find themselves in a store buying up spiral binders, one for every class, and they show up at the class and they begin to take notes. If they have a textbook, they rely on highlighting key passages. If the professor hands out notes or shares PowerPoint slides, I'm told that it's just common practice to put them in the spiral notebook or maybe shove it into the textbook or in their backpack. So if you run into any of those problems, I'm here to share a solution. In fact, when I've shown this to some of my students, it was as if I showed them a magical new way of taking better notes and getting better grades. They told me the system really helped them. So my solution is based on Evernote. What is Evernote, you ask? It's a cloud-based tool that allows you to capture, record, and recall anything that you put in, from the notes you type directly into Evernote, photos you capture, whiteboards, documents you annotate, just everything. It's more than just a digital notebook. It allows you to search for anything in your system. It's easy to use. You can use it on your laptop, desktop, smartphone. You, of course, can use it online, and all of your information is stored in the cloud, or you can even use your notes offline. There is so much that Evernote can do that I really can't show you everything in depth. But the purpose of this video is to give you an overview of how a student like you can use the system. I'll be creating more videos on some of the specific aspects and tools, so you'll probably want to subscribe to this series. So first things first, if you go to evernote.com, you can download and set up your account. Start with a free account. It's a great place to start, but if you really want to unlock many of the features I'm going to be describing to you today, you're going to want to sign up for at least the personal account. Now, Evernote has a special for students. As I record this, I'll tell you about that a little bit later. So let's begin by taking a look at the home screen. You'll access this as soon as your account is set up. And on your home screen, you'll see all these different widgets. So right from your home screen, you can see things as notes and notebooks and many more things. So let's start with notes and notebooks. Think of a notebook as kind of like your binder, only in digital form. I suggest you create a notebook for each of your classes. Let's create one for ethics and communication, which is COM 3900, taken in 2022 fall. This is easy for me to remember because this is one of the classes I taught in the fall of 2022. All right, so now we have this notebook set up. Within the notebook, first things first, upload your syllabus. Okay, you got your syllabus and you got an open note in this course. You can simply just drag the syllabus into the note, or you can create a note and copy your syllabus in. In a future episode, I'm going to show you how you can highlight items inside your syllabus for easier reference. You know, just like the way you would highlight a syllabus with a marker. You can do that inside of Evernote. So now you've got your syllabus in here, and then you can create a note for each class you attend. That's what I recommend. You type in your notes, or you can capture a screenshot of the professor's PowerPoint slides, or you can upload them later from a PowerPoint, just as the way I did with the syllabus. Now you've got inside your note for today all of the notes that you took, plus in this case, a PowerPoint slide or any other information the professor shared with you today. You can go back and highlight any of these sections. You can retype, you can move things around. You can also create a note for your textbook and just capture important highlights inside this note. So that means you don't have to highlight your textbook. You could just copy the important passages into this note, let's say. Now, if your professor gives you a handout, you can take a picture of it and upload it onto another page in the notebook. Similarly, let's say you're reading that textbook, and instead of copying text into that note that you created, you could snap a picture of that paragraph and drag it into that note. Let's say you don't like typing notes in class, or your professor prohibits laptops. No problem. Take your notes by hand and later use the camera on your phone to take a picture and import it into your notebook. Now, here is something really cool. Every word that you type into Evernote is searchable. Pretty common, right? But so is your handwritten text. Every image, as well as text, is run through a character recognition process. So if later, when you're studying, you want to go back to a particular concept that you learned, simply type it into the search bar and Evernote will take you to that note, whether or not it has been typed or it has been handwritten. And by the way, I have some pretty lousy handwriting, and I'm always amazed when Evernote can decipher what I've written. Now, have you ever had a professor who just talks too fast for you to capture good notes? Evernote has a way to make audio recordings of a lecture, a group discussion, or an interview using the microphone on your device. Of course, you'll want to get permission from the speaker to record the audio to be in compliance, whatever rules your state has. So you hit the little recording button, it records the lecture or the conversation. Then when you click stop, the audio file will appear in your note. You can play back that audio file and add to your notes if you've missed something the professor has said, or you can continue to take notes while the class is going on and only use that audio file if you absolutely need it. Pretty cool, hey? I'm not done, because Evernote also integrates with Google Calendar. So you can, for example, if you have a Google Calendar account, you can list all of your classes. You could put that in one color. Then you could list personal items in another color, and maybe campus events like sporting events that you want to attend in another color. And then maybe, family events, time to go home for the weekend, that could be in another color. So now all of those appointments are, of course, in your Google Calendar, but your calendar will appear in your Evernote homepage. And then when it's time, let's say for your class, Evernote will send you a reminder of your class if you like. And then when you get to class, you'll open up Evernote, and because it knows you have this class from your Google Calendar, it will open up a class notes page so you're ready to begin entering all of your notes. Another powerful tool in Evernote is the tasks feature. As you go through your syllabus, let's say, you can add assignments and projects to your task list. Never forget them again. Or let's say you're sitting in class and your professor says there's going to be a quiz next Monday when you're going to want to remember to study. Well, inside the notes you're taking, all those class notes that you're taking, you can indicate that you're going to have a quiz, and then you can set an alert so you remember that you have this task and you better study for the exam. You can set up due dates and reminders. You can even add a flag to a task to differentiate it from other tasks in your to-do list. Now, let's say you're part of a group project. Some of the tasks that need to get done for the group project need to be done by others in the group. Well, you can create a master task list and then assign some of the tasks to other people in your group. Once you do, the other person will get an email from you with a reminder of what is due and when. Let's just do one more. On your home screen, you're going to find a scratch pad. So let's say you're with somebody and they suggest that you should go watch a certain movie or read a certain book. Well, what do? You might take out a slip of paper and write it down, jam it in your backpack, and then promptly lose it. Or You can go to your home screen in Evernote, either on your smartphone or on your laptop, and you can use the scratch pad feature. Think of it as kind of like a post-it note. You write it down. However, this one won't get lost because you can convert that scratch pad into a permanent note by tapping the action button, those little three dots. As I said, I know there's a lot of information in here, but I'm just trying to give you a range of how Evernote can work for you as a student. I'm actually going to stop there because this video is getting long enough. And if I get a lot of good reaction from students like you or others, I will produce more in this series. So do me a favor, if you want to learn more, if you think this system will work for you, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment below, and that'll encourage me to do more. Look, I haven't even talked about some of the really cool features, like how you can pin notes and filter notes, or how you can use the search feature in a lot of really creative ways. But let me just say this, you can find out more about Evernote and a special promotion that they're running for students if you go to the website evernote.com/students. Couple of really important notes here. I am not paid by Evernote. So it sounds like I'm pretty excited about Evernote. It's because I've been using it for well over a decade, and it has helped me tremendously. And as I said, many of the people that I work with have really seen a great improvement in their productivity by using Evernote. So, I'm not paid by them. Everything I say in this video is my own opinion. I am what they call a certified Evernote expert, which means that the company trusts me to know what I'm talking about. I only share this information because I really want others to benefit from what Evernote has to offer, especially my students. Because here's the dirty little secret of being a college professor. Our jobs are easier when our students are successful and are more engaged. Do me another favor if you're interested, visit my website where I write more about productivity, leadership, and management issues. It's at daveedwardsmedia.com, and take advantage of some of the freebies that I have posted there. I'm Dave Edwards. Thanks for spending time with me today.